What's up, everybody? So it's about 10 o'clock here in the morning. Gonna try and do some different stuff with my videos here, do a little bit more talking, something I have to get comfortable with. So gonna kind of walk everybody through what we're doing, why we're doing it. We'll still have the music in there and everything, but right now just want to try something different and see how it does. So we're going to warm up on incline, just the empty bar, and in a pretty good calorie deficit right now. I'm going to cut, so I'm not going heavy anymore. I'm just doing good controlled reps, like a 6-second negative with a pause at the bottom. It's a lot of volume, so got a carb powder to kind of help me through in my water here. Yeah, it's just fly at it. I start out with something like 6 reps, nice and slow. This is empty bar, so and I'm going with a wider grip, and I'm actually going to be flaring my elbows a bit more than normal because we're going lighter. So I want to get more of a stretch in the pecs versus being tucked in here like I do with heavy weight. So I'd put myself in a weaker position so that when I do go back to power, I'm just that much stronger, right? Just come down, feel that stretch across the chest, and get that chest nice and high. Go to 8. So I could probably go a little wider still. Probably go out to the second ring here on the bar. Yeah, still a little bit sore from shoulder day. Did that a couple days ago. Just not recovering, like I was when I was eating 6 to 8 meals a day. I'm down to about 3,000 calories a day. So it's not a crazy cut, but when you go from eating like a pig to eating like a regular human again, you notice a difference, right? So load some weight on here and do another warm-up set just with a bit of weight. So let me know what you guys like to see. If you guys like videos where I'm talking more, that's cool. If you guys prefer more of the, no talking with the music blasting, just hitting sets and reps and whatever, let me know that too. Just drop it in the comments. So go a little bit wider. Go ring finger on that second knurling there. Nice and easy. Let that pause. take the time to use these warm-up sets to feel out your shoulders, your chest. You know, I feel a little bit of a twinge in my right shoulder, so I know I've got to be paying attention to that. I've been pretty lucky so far with injuries. You know, I did injure my back doing a deadlift. That was quite a while ago. It resulted in surgery. As far as upper body stuff, you know, I have pretty healthy shoulders. Never really torn a muscle. And I push pretty hard. I think it's just a lot of genetics too. Like everybody has their weak points, right? Mine's my low back. And I'm slowly working on it. You know, I'm back to a 3-plate deadlift. I felt it out yesterday and I just did 1 rep with it. I worked up to it and it just sailed off the floor nice and easy and I didn't feel any pain. Tried to go back up to my 405. I did crack it loose from the floor, but it just didn't feel good. So I just aborted that and stuck to my 3 plates. But moving in the right direction. Just get 135 on here. Figured I'd do something a little different and rock the old school plaid. I cut the sleeves off myself. I seem to be incapable of buying a plaid shirt and leaving the sleeves on it for more than a year. Yeah, so that's feeling pretty good. You know, people do 5x5s. You know, I'm doing 6, so I'll probably do 6x6. Not counting my warm-up set, so this will be 1 of 6. Next one will be 2, and so on and so forth. So once I'm done this, I'll move to flat, do my 6x6 on flat. I don't know if I'll do free bar or machine. We have a pretty good machine here. Either way, I'll show you guys both, of course. So, usually wait, you know, a minute or so. So we'll hit our second one here and see how we feel. So you don't need a lot of weight if you're doing it properly. You know, I can go a lot heavier than this, but by slowing that negative down and having that pause at the bottom, you get more for less, right? Less risk of injury when you're in a calorie deficit. And I'm still sore, if not even more sore than just hitting reps fast. Nice and slow. Pause. Up. Feels good. Last one. Believe me, by the last couple sets, it gets difficult, you know. I might throw on another, I don't know, something small, 10 pounds here. So, those of you that were watching up till this point, you know I was really chasing my 3-plate bench, and I got close. But summertime came, and you know I realized I was starting to look like shit. Just bloated, eating so much food. And my body wasn't really, it was almost stuck, you know, in a plateau. It wasn't responding. I was trying to eat more, and it wasn't budging. So I decided to come off of my bulk. My 3-plate bench, it'll come. It's gonna come this winter. But for now, I just want to cut, look decent again for summer. And I'm already down 20 pounds. A lot of that's water, right? But definitely feeling weaker, but I'm looking better. So when you see, you know, my last 315 attempt where I failed, I saw that video of myself, and I have like what looks like 3 hamburgers on the back of my neck. That was enough for me. So So, constantly trying to be strict on my form, even when I start getting tired. Probably noticed the last couple there, I screwed up and went a little bit quick on the negative, so I got to be careful and watch that, right? But, been doing cardio every day, not skipping my cardio. Yeah, you know, one thing I noticed big time was just feeling healthier. Never mind looking healthier, but it was almost immediate. Like within a week, I wasn't out of breath, you know, walking upstairs. My clothes started fitting better. You know, I can finally squeeze into a large t-shirt and not look like, I don't know, something that shouldn't be wearing a large t-shirt. That's not quite where I want to be yet, but it just feels good to know that I'm on the right track. And to feel good. Like, I mean, what's the point of looking good if you feel like shit? Or looking strong, like you can bench 1,000,000 pounds, but you feel like shit all the time. You know? It's more to life than just bench pressing, whatever. Yeah, so starting to feel them now, which is good. Again, not heavy, you know, but that's all right. If we're strict and we slow right down, we get more for less, which is always a good thing. So we'll do a couple more of these and then move on to some flat. All right, so did my 6 sets on incline. This is the machine I was telling you about. I chose to go with the machine. I could just get a little bit better squeeze in the pecs, not worrying about stability. Again, going light, just a plate. Probably hit 10 reps. Gonna play it by ear though, being on a machine, see how I feel. If I got an extra rep or two, I'll hit it. This one though, you get a real deep stretch. So that's what I like about it. I'm actually maxed out right here, so real wide grip on it too. Good for us tall guys, long arms. Might have to put a couple plates underneath there. It is just a little too far. That should be a little better. Oh yeah, it's better. Still get a stretch, it's easier to get in and out of. I always have trouble feeling my left side. It's just harder for me to target. It's non-dominant side, so yeah. Getting better though. Hit another one here. Try pushing for 15 on this one. Try sitting a little lower, see if that helps. Yeah, definitely feeling that. It's better. Get a couple more of those. Move on to some kind of fly movement. I never follow a plan. I make plans for my clients, but I've tried sticking to programs. I enjoy training by feel. At some point, I had to say to myself, you know, I still have to make this enjoyable. So sometimes I like coming in here not knowing exactly what I'm gonna do until I'm doing it. Hardest part about this workout is trying to figure out what to talk about to the camera. I guess it's good to get out of your comfort zone. Reminds me when I first started in the gym. So always good to keep pushing, get out of your comfort zone and try something new. That's what this is. Last set. Oh. All right, on to the next one. All right, guys, so gonna do some incline dumbbell flies here. It's gonna be a bit of a different variation. I actually learned this variation from watching who was it? I think it was Mike O'Hearn's video. And he kind of turned me on to doing it. So I'll show you the best of my ability on how it's done. Try and get a couple different angles so you can see the difference between a regular one and this variation. It involves kind of reaching up more behind your head and getting more of a stretch. I find it gives you more of a stretch than a contraction. So you still can get a contraction with it. It's just a little bit harder. You got to think about it a little more. So show you from this angle here. First, okay. So regularly we'd start like this with our palms facing each other on a fly. This time we're gonna go thumbs together. And as we come down, we're gonna rotate the dumbbells. And they're actually gonna end up above our head, way up here. And it's way bigger stretch. Range of motion isn't as good. And then at the top, Still squeezing the chest the best we can. And from there, full contraction. Rotate the palms up. And from here, rotate them back forward again. We'll just repeat that. Be very careful with this because you're putting yourself into a dangerous position. It's not a very good position for the shoulders to be in here. If you feel any kind of pain, stop. Maybe just do regular flies or get onto a machine. I might actually go down and wait a little bit because I'm feeling a little bit funny on my left shoulder here. So grab the 15s. Again, you don't need heavy weight. We're slowing it right down, getting that stretch and getting that contraction. Especially with dumbbells, because when you get to the top, they want to fall straight down on you versus cables where they're constantly pulling your arms apart. So I'll grab some different dumbbells. I'll give you guys a different angle on the camera so you can kind of see what my hands are doing. And we'll keep pushing forward. All right, got you guys right in front of me, so now you can really see the angle on what my hands are doing as I come down and back up again. So from here, again, we're gonna come up. Okay, thumbs are together. We're not like this, like a standard fly. We're gonna be that way, above our head, coming down. At the same time, we're kind of reaching up. All right, so feel the stretch right there. As we come back up, hands together, straight. You can even kind of turn them out if you want, if that helps you get a bit better of a stretch. And you get that full rotation all the way down above the head, big stretch. And then back up here, rotate again. Repeat. So if that's too difficult to start with, what you can do is a regular fly like this, just like normal. You can come down to here and then reach up. Before you come back up to the top, you come back down to your regular position in a fly and back up. So down, reach up, get that stretch, pause, back down, and up. And just doing that little movement back, you'll feel a stretch in your chest like never before. Again, I'm just using 15s. It's not heavy, but man, I feel it. With that pause and stretch right there. And then back down and squeeze. So give that a try. It might work for you. Works well for me. I've started doing it on almost every chest day. I'm gonna hit a couple more of these and then we'll probably move on. Not quite sure what yet. Might do some decline. I don't do decline every chest day. You know, I feel upper chest and even middle takes priority. You know, most guys will say, you know, you can never have too much upper chest. I've never seen someone with an overdeveloped upper chest. It just doesn't exist, right? You can always have more there. So might even hit another set or two on incline with the hammer machine over here behind me. And probably hit some triceps. So I'm gonna a couple more of these and bring you to the next one. Okay, so decided to move on to some triceps. Gonna try some heavier skull crushers here. I got a 90-pound easy curl bar. So gonna try hitting triceps with 90 pounds. It's getting up there in weight. So see how it goes. I don't wanna completely fuck my elbows because it is hard on your tendon. So I'm gonna see how, if it goes good, I'll stay at this weight. If it sucks, I'll just drop down to 60 or 70, something like that. But I'd rather start heavy if I can on these and reduce if I have to. So okay. All right. Can I do it? Yes. Am I feeling a good burn at 8 reps at 90 pounds? No. I feel like I'd get a better workout for hypertrophy by dropping the weight, getting more reps, building up a good burn. For strength, if I was in a strength phase, absolutely 6 to 8 reps at a heavy weight. But right now, that's not my goal. I want to get a burn. I want to get a pump. So I'm going to drop the weight. I might even go 50 and just hammer the reps out. We'll see. So I'm going to grab another one. Got me a 60. I don't know if you can see. Again, who gives a shit what anyone thinks? If you have to drop the weight to get a better workout, it's about your workout. The ego stays at the door. I can grab it when I leave. But in here, we have so much time in our day. We might as well get the most out of it instead of fucking around, wasting time trying to push weight that's not going to get us anywhere. You know, if I was a power lifter, it might be a different story. I'm a bodybuilder. And that's just how I do it and how a lot of guys do it. Some of the best in the world do it that way. So all right. Yeah, so this weight will be a lot better for me. Be able to slow right down. Get that stretch. And right up, squeeze. Trying to turn my elbows out at the top. Really get a lockout in the triceps. So we go from full stretch all the way up. Lock them out right there. Get that burn. They're burning now. Oh. Oh yeah. A few more. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, so that's better. That's what I'm looking for. Less weight, more quality. So, hit a few more of these. Probably move over, do some maybe some French press with the rope or some pull downs, some tricep extensions with the rope. Just to work them from a different angle. And Probably grab some lunch because I'm getting hungry. Well, I'm hungry all the time. Who am I kidding? Getting hungry. But, oh yeah, and cardio. So, cannot skip cardio. You guys almost caught me. Yeah. I tell you, this carb water makes a difference. If you can't eat the calories you normally eat to get through your workout, this shit is invaluable. And I don't make any money from these guys, but I'll tell you because I like the brand. It's Carbolin, I think. I just got it at Active Body Nutrition. Shout out to those guys. Go check them out. They got everything you need. Super knowledgeable people. But that's where I picked it up. I think it was somewhere around $50 for a tub. And one scoop will fill this, will do this whole thing. So it's a 64 ounce jug. So 2 liters. So I try and drink the whole thing in a workout, which is, depending on the day, anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. But it just, instead of eating, say, some sugary bullshit food, you get a big spike of energy and you crash. You know, it'll look something like that. You hit your peak and you crash. This will kind of bring you up and a little bit more steady before you come back down. It's not as good as, say, eating a high carb meal, but it's something you can sip on throughout your workout. You got to drink the water anyway, so why not get your carbs? Hit one more here. I'll move on to something else. Shoot for 12. If you feel yourself failing near the end of your set, you know, I don't really care if you got to cheat on form a little to get a couple extra reps. You know, I wouldn't do it on something big like a deadlift or a squat where you're really risking an injury, but something like this, you know, your elbows are supposed to stay in one spot. You know, if you get your last one and you gotta reach down a little bit to get some momentum, fuck it, man. You know, get that extra rep or two in there. Why not? Yeah, so I think we're gonna move over to some extensions with the rope and then jump on cardio. And yeah, go have some food. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Might go cast a line in the river. It's a pretty nice day out. Burn a couple hours. And then, yeah, call her a day. All right. So, just basic tricep extensions with the rope. There's a couple small things to know with these. One is lean forward slightly so that you're not using your core to pull the rope, because that's cheating. Second is elbows stay fixed and they're just a hinge. And third, when we come down, we want to pop out at the bottom there, and that'll help lock out your tricep. You gotta cheat a little at the end, get a few more, that's fine. I mean, by me anyway. I say, why the hell not? Oh. So another 5 on there, so just 65. Nice and controlled. Quality is key. Here, right there, get that lock out. That's good. I think one of the top questions guys will ask is how to get big arms. You know, and everyone thinks biceps. And yeah, biceps are important to have for, you know, a good complete look. But triceps are what really fill out the arm, you know, give you that big back of the arm that gives you that big arm look. Like, I don't know. Biceps, yeah, you gotta have them, you know, but if you just want that big arm, triceps, it's a bigger muscle. That being said, though, every muscle's important, so they all get the attention. And yes, even legs. Yeah. Ugh. All right. I think it's cardio time. So, just gonna do my cardio. I'm not gonna film it, so I want to listen to music, but I've kind of taken to This stair machine here, it's like a stair stepper. I find I get a great calf pump. It's almost like a calf workout. So I'm gonna do that, hit that. I usually do 100 floors on it. It takes me about 20 minutes or so, and then carry on. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. If you want to see more like this, let me know. If you don't, you know, we'll go back to the old style of video where it's just working out with some music. But I have a good feeling about these. So like, subscribe, look forward to the next one. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.